In the Vuhledar direction, the Black Zaporozhets Brigade again won a brilliant victory together with other units. The massive attack of the Russian armored group was repulsed. The 72nd Separate Mechanized Brigade reported that the Russian invaders deployed a large number of combat vehicles and infantry. However, thanks to the excellent coordination between the Ukrainian brigade and other supporting units, the defense line was successfully held. In this attack, the Russian command sent a number of infantry fighting vehicles with the aim of bringing their troops to Ukrainian positions. Their target was to advance towards Road 00532, which leads to the town of Vuhledar and the village of Vodyany in the Volnova district of the Donetsk region. But the Ukrainian military was ready. With the help of reconnaissance drones, they monitored every movement of the Russian troops and adjusted the attack accordingly. As the battle heated up, the Russian troops lost at least 6 infantry fighting vehicles that were abandoned on the battlefield. Realizing that their attack was beginning to fail, the remaining Russian troops tried to retreat, but not all of them managed to escape. Some were killed, others were captured, and only a few managed to escape. In this area, Russia continues to make repeated attacks with its troops and equipment, but often has to retreat after facing fierce resistance from Ukrainian troops. The situation in the air is no less tense, with Russia actively using guided aerial bombs and reconnaissance UAVs to monitor the movement of Ukrainian troops and equipment, making the dynamics of the battle even more complex. Imagine the heart-pounding moment as the Ukrainian 46th Airmobile Brigade takes the spotlight in a dramatic display of military precision. High above the battlefield near Kharkiv, a drone's camera captures a tense scene. Russian armored vehicles are making a bold push toward Ukrainian positions. But little do they know, they're about to face a well-coordinated defense like no other. As the armored column advances, Ukrainian forces are already one step ahead. With a blend of cutting-edge technology and sharp tactical acumen, the 46th Brigade unleashes a devastating response. Guided by real-time drone footage, the brigade's artillery zeroes in on the target, delivering crushing blows with pinpoint accuracy. In tandem, FPV drones swoop in, delivering strikes that leave the Russian forces reeling. In just moments, the battlefield is transformed. 6 Russian units are reduced to smoldering wreckage, 1 tank and 5 BMPs obliterated in a masterclass of modern warfare. The coordination between the artillery, FPV drones, and UAVs is nothing short of spectacular. A perfect example of how technology and strategy can turn the tide in a high-stakes conflict. The Chief of Artillery from the 46th Airmobile Brigade sums it up perfectly. It's clear, advancing on our positions is a mistake. This footage is not just a testament to their skill, but a stark warning to any who might underestimate the resolve and capability of the Ukrainian forces. Near the city of Donetsk, where Ukrainian troops once again demonstrated their resilience in the face of Russian aggression. 2 tanks, 1 armored vehicle, and 1 infantry squad of the so-called Russian Mighty Force advanced with the aim of breaking through the positions held by the Tavrian paratroopers. However, the Russians would soon learn a harsh lesson in the art of war. As they advanced, confident in their firepower, they unknowingly moved within range of Ukrainian artillery. The air was filled with tension as the first strikes landed, throwing the convoy into disarray. This was the moment the Ukrainian troops had been waiting for. With precision and coordination, anti-tank teams and drone operators launched a counterattack. Their main target, the Russian Turtle tank, a symbol of supposed invincibility. However, the paratroopers were undeterred, and with well-aimed fire, the tank was reduced to smoking rubble. The fighting escalated as the Ukrainian troops continued their relentless assault. 1 tank and 1 armored vehicle were destroyed, along with their infantry escort. The result? At least 22 Russian soldiers were killed in the heat of battle. As the smoke cleared, the lone surviving Russian tank retreated hastily, a testament to the strength and precision of the Ukrainian defense. The sight of the Russian tank fleeing in disgrace was a stark reminder that those who dared challenge the Tavrian paratroopers would meet a swift and devastating end. Drone footage from the battlefield near Marinka in the Donetsk region shows a Russian armored convoy moving swiftly toward Ukrainian positions, unaware of the fate that awaits them. As the convoy advances, the 46th Brigade stands ready, armed with artillery and FPV drones. The moment of truth comes as the order is given, and the Ukrainians unleash a devastating barrage. The precision of the self-propelled guns and the agility of the drones prove too much for the Russians. One by one, 7 Russian armored units are reduced to smoking ruins. But the battle is not over. A few Russian troops, determined and desperate, manage to reach the 1st Airmobile Battalion's positions. The paratroopers, however, are not deterred. With swift and decisive action, they clear the area ahead of them, cutting down the enemy with small arms fire. The Russians, who thought they could break through the Ukrainian defenses, find themselves trapped with nowhere to run. In a futile attempt to maneuver, the Russians face the inevitable. Their armored units are now scattered across the battlefield, a grim reminder of their failed offensive. Russian soldiers who risked their lives on this mission met their end on Ukrainian soil, a fitting end to their ill-fated journey. This was not just a battle. It was a story of resilience and determination. When the dust settled, the message was clear. Anyone who challenged Ukraine would face fierce resistance and a swift, unforgiving end. The 59th Brigade faced a particularly brutal battle against the invaders who were trying to break through to Pokrovsk. The Ukrainian fighters faced fierce attacks from 16 Russian heavy armored vehicles, along with several waves of infantry attacks. Even the footage captured by the Steppe Predators unit from the battlefield cannot fully convey the heroism of the Ukrainian fighters. The video shows 8 burning Russian tanks and other armored vehicles, with the brigade managing to destroy a total of 12. Unfortunately, the rest managed to escape. The confirmed losses of the Russian assault group reached 93 infantrymen. However, despite these dire conditions, each brigade in the Krasnohorivka tactical group did everything possible and slowed down the enemy's advance toward Pokrovsk and turned as many Russian troops into scrap metal as possible.